unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a f***ing name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate me, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing, I'll regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs a man.
What's good, chat? Welcome back to another stream where the mic actually works this time. What's going on? So the Royal Rumble just happened. The Royal Rumble just happened. I, of course, did not watch the Rumble. However, being, online as I am, as brain-rottedly online as I am, I was on Twitter. I saw some of the narratives that were popping off. I saw some of the results trickling in. Did my best to avoid actually watching that Blood Money show. But one thing I can tell you is some decisions were made in WWE, and those decisions reared their head tonight in some of the things we saw, which includes Roman winning the Royal Rumble for what I believe is the second time, if I'm correct. He won back in 2015. No. Yeah, 2015. And then now in 2026, 11 years after winning the Rumble, getting booed out of the building in Philadelphia, Roman reigns supreme. So we'll talk about that. I saw Eric in the chat being like, oh, what's your problem with Liv Morgan? I mean, I got no problem with Liv Morgan. I thought she was going to win the Rumble based off of what I had heard. And I think that made sense. She's a very, she's a performer that's on fire right now. She's very popular, and it makes all the sense for them to push her to the moon and in one of the main events of Mania. So that was fine. That was all good. But let's run down the card. You, of course, had the Women's Royal Rumble. Again, I did not watch. I want to be clear. I did not watch. I saw the results trickling in. I need you. I rely on you good folks in the chat to not only hit that like button, but also tell me your reactions, because I did not see like all the specific details of this show. But we're just gonna figure it out together. I've always wanted to do one of these. I'm like, all right, I didn't watch the Saudi show, so now tell me what happened, chat. Let's react in real time. I do know that Powerhouse Hobbs, now known as Royce Keys, did in fact debut for WWE at the Rumble. That was cool, and I think it's good to see him in a place where hopefully they can reach his full potential. That was one of the big criticisms I had of AEW, specifically with a guy like Powerhouse Hobbs. But I think that there's a lot to like about Royce Keys, whatever his name is, in WWE. Did the South guy debut? Oh, the Saudi guy? Is there a Saudi wrestler? They need to rectify his 2015. They have rectified that by like 15, 20,000 times. The man had a near 4-year long, a 3.5 year long world title reign. He rectified. Roman rectified. Although May 2026 for Roman is going to be an interesting time. That's all I'm going to say. May 2026, people. And you know what? Maybe that's the reason why we saw the result that we saw today. Who knows? Rumor, innuendo, allegedly, folks. Allegedly. Get ready for AJ versus Kenny, AJ versus Okada, AJ versus Ospreay. So this is related to, I believe, AJ losing his match, his retirement match, I would assume, to Gunther. We know that, according to a lot of reporting, his contract is indeed up in February. Shinsuke Nakamura, in a now deleted Instagram post, stated that AJ had basically made the decision to retire then. And I think, given that and given where he is, that's probably accurate at this point. Will he end up going anywhere else is a major question. Personally, I don't see him. I think the chances of him going anywhere else are very, very, very slim. That being said, never say never. But if I were Tony, I would definitely try to bring AJ in for a very brief run with the company. Like, make that like his retirement run, whatever. But a brief run. 6-month run. Hit 4 big matches. Give me AJ Kenny. Give me AJ and Samoa Joe for the final time. Give me AJ versus, some, young up-and-coming star. Like, I would love to see AJ versus Kevin Knight. And then AJ Ospreay as, like, the final go-home. Goodbye. Leave the memories alone. I just want you. And leave the memories alone. And then have him go out. Well, the chat is shitting on JD from New York. JD from New York said it's the best Rumble of all time. I don't know whether or not he said that, actually, but if he did, he's certainly entitled to his opinion. AJ versus MJF. Hey, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. But I think if that call is going to be made, I'm like, look, I need you. I need you for All In. We're trying to sell tickets to Wembley. Let's go, baby. Come on. Again, I think the likelihood, though, of that is pretty minimal. Slim to none, I would say. I just don't. I think when AJ says that he's done, he's done. Like, I really believe that. Now, we'll see if that manifests. I don't know. Like, maybe he's thinking like, yeah, money's nice, and I like money. Let's go get that A-Rab. Well, now get that non-A-Rab money, I guess. He already got enough A-Rab money. AJ versus MJF would feed generations. That would be a major match. AJ versus Kenny, though, is like my dream match. This is the match I've wanted for 10 years. Ever since Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks kicked AJ Styles out of Bullet Club at like in the aftermath of that Wrestle Kingdom show, I have wanted that match. It has been something I've dreamed of. It has been something that I didn't think was going to be possible. This is probably the closest we've ever been to it. If Tony can make one match happen, I think it's that. And I think even he would want to see that. Because that match would literally be like a culmination of an entire storyline, a 10-year-long storyline. Oh my God. The Tribal Chief account says the greatest of all time wins the Royal Rumble match again. My fucking goat. Oh my gosh. It was hilarious, bro. Bro, we didn't even get Kit Wilson. Really? No Kit Wilson. I would imagine with like how over his song is and his entire gimmick, he would be there. That doesn't make sense. Like, I also saw the memes of people being like Kit Wilson doing the whole Maven Undertaker gimmick with Brock Lesnar. That would have been hilarious. Maybe they were like, Kit, we don't need you. We got Cody. I was talking to Just Bryan and Kenny Baum just now for a little bit, and they were telling me how Miro was only in the Rumble for like a minute or something, and then got eliminated. And I'm like, my boy said, I will not job to insert wrestler here in AEW, but I will, wrestle Joaquin Wilde on main event and, job out in the Royal Rumble. But hey, man, to each their own, as long as he's getting paid, right? As long as he's getting paid. AJ versus Jay White, I could get down with it. I could get down with it. I would love it. I love it. This Tony Khan says, Rumble was so underwhelming. Michelle, first of all, hello. Rumble was so underwhelming, they just decided to give the win to Roman, and it didn't feel earned. And shout out to AJ Styles for the in-ring performer of the past quarter century. Shout out to AJ, man. This is it. Shout out to him. Hope so. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's bad. I didn't even watch the pay-per-view today, but I already saw on a YouTube comments it's so bad. Yeah, apparently it was a really bad Rumble. So that's what the streets are saying, that it was a bad Rumble, chat. Streets are saying it was a bad Rumble. Oh, speaking of streets, we got Wall Street. Was it really that bad? I don't know. I didn't watch. I'm just going with the narratives. 4 hours I'm never going to get back. I mean, Wall Street Money, I'm guessing from the chat right now, we have some people who genuinely believe this is one of the worst Rumbles they've seen. Which I'm not gonna lie, like I've seen some bad Rumbles. Like 2011 was bad. That may have been, that was like genuinely one of the more boring Rumbles. But I mean 2022 was probably the worst I've seen as like an adult fan for sure. Wow, not one nice thing to say about WWE. Enough already, please. I can't take it. Your AEW new. I mean, look, man. Look, Sharon. I give opinions, and now on a day the WWE held a show in Saudi Arabia and got a whole lot of money to do propaganda for the government of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I'm gonna take some shots. I'm gonna say, I ain't watched that shit. Worst Rumble ever. Come at me, chat. Come at me. I followed the narratives online, though. I am like the epitome of a toxic fan. Actually, no, not as toxic, though, as using slave labor to build an arena in a month, which hypothetically could have been done. Allegedly. But yeah. I've not watched WWE PLE for years. Won't bother for a long time. 25,000 strong. Good for them. Omer, since you are a fan of Dave Meltzer, call him Uncle Dave, but sometimes he gets a bad rap. Do you think the criticism is fair? I think, like, in all seriousness, I do think that, like, Dave for a couple of years has, actually not for a couple of years, for like almost 10 years at this point, hasn't done a good job at all about, telling you when he's stating a report. Like, how do I put this? Because I'm not even trying to, like, be different. I'm just trying to, like, process, like, my thought. Because, again, no coffee today. Here's the thing about Dave. He does this thing that a lot of older people that I know do, which is, you're just kind of talking, and it's like he's kind of talking, he's fitting in some opinions here and there. People will take that and then, like use that as, like, he's reporting something, because he started to talk about something he reported about, and then immediately, without really any transition, starts going into, like, well, here's what I think type deal. And that he muddies the water way too much. And that's why, like, people will hear something that Dave says, and it's not inherently a report. It's just like he talked to somebody or whatever, and that's what they get, like, and that's how things get crossed. That's how people insinuate he gets things wrong. But whenever Dave explicitly says, like, a report, an explicit report, he more often than not is right. Especially when it comes to, like, WWE during Mania season. Like, I really want to be clear. Dave has been doing this long enough. Like, take everything else away, the man knows how to report on, like, WWE during Mania season. I haven't watched a PLE since they switched to ESPN. I hate how WWE is playing hide and seek with their content now. I like you too, but I'm sick of the haters. It could have been better, but it was not the worst. I can't stand Meltzer. Oh man, come on, Uncle Dave, Big Tuna Dave Meltzer. Shout out to Uncle Dave. I'm sure he's live now too. It's funny. The one time I had like any interaction with Dave Meltzer was it was what was it? It was that GCW show back in 2022 in Chicago. It was just like, hi Dave. And he goes, and he's like we're all wearing masks, but like he's like, hi. I was like, okay, Uncle Dave, the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT. Without him, we none of us would be doing this. An inspiration to many, admired by none, except me. Shout out to Uncle Dave. Last year's Rumble was pretty good. Last year's Rumble was 2025. I have to work back now. So much has happened. What happened last year in the Rumble? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean, Jay, right? That was better. Come on. Okay. That tells you everything you need to know about this Rumble. If not Roman, then who? I'm not saying it shouldn't have been anyone but Roman. I think it's very clear that this was WWE in some capacity placating Roman. There were reports that the original match for WrestleMania was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And since then, those plans, reportedly, according to Dave Meltzer, among others, have changed. And I think that the road to there may look different, but it's very well possible we get back to Cody and Roman at Mania. And if it is Cody versus Roman, I promise you this, Cody is not winning that match. He is under no circumstances is he winning that match. I think you have to take into account as well, May 2026 is the date people are floating around that Roman's contract may be ending. And WWE is trying to be like, hey, Roman, we love you, Roman. We love you, Roman. Roman Reigns. We love Roman. You heard Roman said the thing about Triple H's booking. Not only did I hear it, I made a video about it where I covered exactly my thoughts on it. So you guys, after this, can go back and watch that right here on the main channel, youtube.com/Real Take Wrestling. If I were Undertaker, I would disassociate with WWE at this point. Total shit show. I mean, he's not going to disassociate with WWE. He's booking AAA. He's booking AAA. Who's Vinny gonna yell at now that Ava is stepping down as GM? I did see Ava is done with WWE for now. Good luck to her with whatever she does. Sami Zayn is done on the main event scene. I'm sad that match they made him so weak, like it felt like they wanted to dash any chance or hope for him to prevail. I think that the eventual plan is probably Sami and winning not the WWE. Sami will never win the WWE Championship. That is not what I want. I would love it if you won the WWE Championship. Sami Zayn will never win the WWE Undisputed Championship because no matter how much WWE wants to gaslight you about it, that is the main title. The World's Heavyweight Championship, or as I call it, the Make-A-Wish belt, is not a legitimate world title. It is akin to the Intercontinental title, or what it used to be for a lot of fans who grew up in the 2000s, in the 90s. The fact of the matter is, he will, I think, eventually get the World's Heavyweight Championship. It might even be at Saudi Mania next year, but he will never win the undisputed WWE Championship, given the current constraints of WWE. They have a very select few guys who can win that belt right now. He is not on that list, unfortunately. So how are we feeling? I'm feeling great. I'm about to go make some food later. I made some matar pulao. For those of you who are into Pakistani cuisine, I'm gonna go make some chole later tonight. It's It's going to be great. And I'm talking to you wonderful people who all must hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you haven't already, leave a super chat. Just don't leave. Don't leave, actually. Don't leave. Just stay forever. What else you guys want to talk about? Liv Morgan won the Women's Royal Rumble. I saw that Brie Bella returned. Or I saw people were tweeting about that. Shout out to that. Shout out to Brie Bella getting that Saudi money. You know, soiled in blood, but money nonetheless. But yeah, that was interesting. I did see, like, on the timeline, Bully Ray said something crazy. Hold up. Let me pull this up so I don't misquote Bully, so he doesn't go, "Do you know who I am?" I'm not trying to hear all that, bro. I'm not trying to hear all that, Bully. Big Bubba. All right, hold up. Let me get this. All right, here we go. So we're on Bully Ray's timeline right now. Where's the tweet? Great piece of business. Thank you, AJ. Okay. Women's Rumble picked up down the stretch. Strong showing from Lash, Soul, and Raquel. All the women looked badass in their gear. Okay, shout out. Oh, here we go. Here's the tweet. Brie is back. Danielson won't be far behind. Hashtag Royal Rumble at Busted Open Radio. Someone responded, dude, you love reaching for that corporate check every Friday. Hey, yo! And then he responds, I can always count on you to take the bait, Caitlyn. You are not very smart, Mac. Oh, my God. All right, so Bully Ray teasing the fans, gaslighting, clickbaiting, whatever he's doing. It seems to be working because that shit went off. I would not expect to see Bryan Danielson back in WWE anytime soon. I'm going out on a limb to say that, but I believe that to be true. So don't expect Bryan to be, yeah, don't expect that. That selfish POS Cody should do the right thing and lose to Roman at Mania. Yo, the Roman stands are crazy, bro. Roman stands are on the timeline right now telling you that this is the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. And I'm just like, look, I didn't watch it, so I can't say one way or another. But I feel like if it was the greatest Royal Rumble of all time, you would see a lot more people have positive takes about this. Oh, here we go. Wrestling Mark is cooking right now. Bro said, oh, hold on. Let me get Roman. We're sorry, Roman. We got to get you out of the shop, boy. I'm not trying to get copyright strike. But takes 3 months off, declares by video package, says Triple H is fucking shit, chills for most of the Rumble in the corner and then wins. Can't knock the hustle. Roman signifies everything I love and hate about professional wrestling. Like, professional wrestling, is at its worst when ego gets in the way. But the nonsense is at its best when ego is there. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like, right now, my favorite thing in all of pro wrestling is Andrade. And it's just because, you don't know. Andrade is a crash out waiting to happen. You don't know what he's going to do. And you just admire it. In a very similar way, I admire Roman's just pure irreverence to everything around him. He's like, all right, Hunter, Mania time. What am I doing? And Hunter goes, all right, we got it. It's going to be you versus Seth Rollins. He goes, that's not going to work for me, dog. Give me Cody. He just walks away. I'm like, you know what? Part of me is looking at that. I'm like, hey, man, that was a pretty alpha move. It's a pretty Sigma Roman. We love that. Roman is a Sigma dude. But yeah, I don't know, man. We got Rip Shot in the chat saying it was a very good Rumble. Boring ending though. That seems to be the case across the board here. People did not like. People were just like, you know what? It was kind of mid. Overall, it was kind of mid. You know what? If that's the case, it's okay. because AEW Collision is on tonight. Ha ha ha! No, I'm just playing. I probably. I don't think Andrade is on, so I probably won't watch Collision on time tonight. No, if Andrade was there, it would be must-see viewing. Bro, Royce Keys, though, is a funny-ass name. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to Powerhouse Hobbs. Tommaso theme song is sick, man. Omar, do you think Tommaso can reach the level that surpassed his work from 2018 NXT? I mean, we'll find out tonight. If they want to do that, he's going to have to win tonight. He's going to have to win the TNT title tonight. I don't know if that's in the cards, but if you want to make the most out of Tommaso Ciampa, I'm putting the belt on him tonight. And then let it ride. I think he's a great storyteller. He's amazing at getting heat, and he's obviously fantastic in the ring. Yeah, Hunter is all over the place. He does I saw look, he's a former wrestler. He's a former wrestler. He wants to get his shit off too. Like again, ego rules professional wrestling, guys. Like, spoiler alert, a lot of these people don't get along in real life, and it's primarily because that old mentality of like, oh, someone's gonna take my spot. You know, it's less so around overall than it used to be, but when it comes to the main eventers, it's still a thing. There's a lot of ego involved in there. So, you know, don't let people tell you like, oh, there's no ego in X company. No, there's ego in every company. There's ego in AEW, for sure. There's ego in WWE, for sure. What do you think in AEW? Miro refused to job to like people many would consider main event acts, and then goes to WWE. My boy's cooked in the Rumble under a minute. My boy's out here like wrestling Joaquin Wilde. Shout out to Joaquin Wilde though on main event. I'm like, Miro, what we could have had. Anyway. All right, guys. I just wanted to pop in for a little bit, say hello, do a little stream because I missed you guys. I have a video out about Roman crashing out about WWE Creative. That is on the main channel right now. Go check that out. YouTube.com/WrestleVibes. I got a new video about Royce Keys making his WWE debut. So go check that out as well. Hit that like button on this. If you're joining us late, welcome. Go back and watch the rest of this. Love you guys. You're the best. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.